All right, week 2, we're back. Week 1, I felt a little bit better about everything. As you can see, I'm wearing a skin-tight Tom Brady jersey for the first time. That stinks.
Looking good.
That stinks like 100 Tide Pods. This eBay purchase jersey definitely. Guy was really worried or had really bad BO.
Did you wash it?
I did not wash it.
All right.
I brought it right here, and I expected to never wear it, but I got to wear it. So let's jump right into it. So the recap from last week. I didn't have a terrible week. Finished 2-2-1, followed by Mr. Tripp, who was 3-2. Nice week for him. And then the winner of week 2.
The big winner over here.
Kurt Money.
At 1 o'clock, too. I kicked it right off the bat.
You knew it was over?
It was over. No, after the 1 o'clock games, I was done for the day. It was great.
All right, so quickly I'll rip through my picks. So let's talk about the locals first. So the Giants was Thursday night. We did get a little bet in on that, which all three, we had a cover 3 loss on that.
Cover 3 loss on that one.
Cover 3, baby.
Money line for Kurt Money and I, and then for the Giants, and then Washington -3 for Tripp. Disaster of a football game.
Well, listen, I was going to say that. I was actually going to text everybody at halftime because everybody should have fell asleep at halftime. But the second half was all right.
Yeah.
Second half was all right.
Bad coaching.
Oh, boy. Giants are in trouble.
Some of the worst coaching you see.
Yeah. I want to know, more importantly, where the fuck did the Redskins pass rush go? It just disappeared. The Giants have one of the worst offensive lines in football, and they couldn't stiff the quarterback in the second half.
Yeah. Embarrassing. So that's a Giants game. They got pretty much another do or die game this weekend coming up. We'll get into that.
It's do or die.
Second one, I was 1,000% delusional on the Jets. Pretty much everything Tripp said came to fruition.
Everything.
I feel better, though. I mean, it was a better performance than the Ghost game. I mean, they were outmatched 100%.
Tripp, do you want to cut him off right
No,
now
no.
when he's saying it?
First of all, like, I just sounded like Georgia Flair's dad with that right there.
Yeah.
I mean, it was a bad game.
It's a really bad game.
The Patriots should have won by more, though.
Patriots aren't great.
No.
They're not great. But how many interceptions were there, Tripp? How many ghosts?
Only 4.
Yeah, it was 3 in the first half, 3 in the first quarter, I think.
Yeah, we started running.
It was, and then I'm getting texts from Jet fans saying, some of those balls are really nice. There's a play where, I'm not kidding you, there's 2 unblocked rushers coming right in his face. 2 guys that are blanketed with 0 separation, and the dude throws it right to the middle linebacker. It was, what the fuck are you looking at? First, adjust you obviously screwed up the protection when you made your call at the line. So he screwed up the protection. Then he just throws it. Like, he wasn't even looking downfield. He was like staring at the rush. So I don't know if the rush is in his head now and he's just looking at the rushes, not looking downfield. You start doing that, you're in trouble. You're David Carr all over again.
As an optimistic Jets fan, I will say that it was more him being inexperienced quarterback than it was their system. He wouldn't take the easy pass. He tried to force those passes into tough spots.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I'll chalk it up to him being a young quarterback. Again, sky's not falling. It's game 2. I'm still with this guy.
Sounds like you went to college for the education and not the sports.
Or to have like 7 wives.
Oh, BYU, right?
Yeah. So that's that. That's enough on the Jets game for this week.
He was the only guy in class.
My picks, I pushed on the Cincinnati game. Cincinnati getting 3. I was a little surprised there. I won on Dallas getting 3. I lost. I won on Buffalo -3.5, who absolutely destroyed the Dolphins. So, I mean, if we really want to get into like our teams.
I mean, they did lose a quarterback. I'm just saying. But you're right.
Sure.
All of our teams.
Embarrassed.
Cover 3 on all of our teams sucking last.
Embarrassed.
I'll touch that game. I'll touch on that game when I go down my pick.
All right, perfect.
We'll see that.
And then the Rams, I don't know what the hell happened there. I mean, -4. I thought that was a lock. So
we knew it was weird, and we knew we hated the number. So
yeah. So I finished the week 2-2-1 on the season. Still up 5-3-2 for the year. And then Kurt, Money. What do you want to do? Houston plus 12.5.
Yeah, that one made me a little bit nervous when Tyrod Taylor had to leave the game. Thought that was going to go downhill and lose quickly, but they held on.
Yeah.
Just took the points.
Then you had the Panthers plus 3.5. Great game.
Which was a great pick.
Great pick. Sam Darnold.
Yep.
Sam Darnold, baby. I think he was a Jet. Sam Darnold. He wasn't seeing any ghosts. No, I thought I definitely didn't think they would kill him like that. I think Kamara had like 8 rushing yards the entire game, but it was great.
Back down to earth. Then you also had Buffalo -3.5 over the Dolphins.
Who
and
wouldn't?
Go
Sorry.
ahead.
No, who wouldn't pick that game?
I know. It was an easy one. And then the Rams -4. So you finished the week 4-1. You're the big winner. You're 6-3 on the season. So you're in first place of the season also. Early.
Somebody do does.
Super
Very early. Very early.
All right. Trip. Then we had the Vikings getting 4.5. W there.
Yeah. Well, on that game, first of all, I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Greg Joseph. You can go fuck yourself, dude. I don't ever put parlays in. I don't do teasers. I'm very much a straight up gambler. For some reason, I love the Vikings money line. I parlayed them with the 49ers. It was going to be a huge hit. It was going to be 5. It was going to pay out 5-1. This guy misses an extra point and then a 36-yard field goal to win the game. But in between, he kicks 2 52-yard field goals. This guy fucked me. It was a huge swing. 5-1 I would have won.
Yeah.
2 chip shots. Either one of them were fine.
Kickers
I mean, I
are
won the bet because I covered. But I took, I put the money line in the parlay for the extra odds. I won the, +4.5 easy bet. Won that. Fuck me on the missed kick, man.
Kickers are terrible in the NFL.
It's tough.
They're terrible.
Then, Trip, you had the Seahawks -5.5. That's a loser.
Yeah. That probably, again in that game, I got the Seahawks. They give up a late touchdown.
Yeah.
They're up by 7, fourth quarter, like 3 minutes left. They give up the touchdown. It kind of just, they were comfortable and they're like, we'll get, no, they gave up the field goal, right? And it was like, oh, okay. What are you doing, guys? Just play strong. 4 quarters. Finish the game out. Don't they know people are gambling on these spreads? and then to boot, they almost self-sacked themselves for a safety at the end.
Yep.
Yeah,
that was a safety. I mean, I don't know what we're talking about.
You know what is you ever have those bets where even after you've lost the bet, later on that day or that night, or even a couple of days later, you're like, I still love my bet. It lost. I know it's going to lose every time I put it in, but I still love it. Like, I still love that bet. That's a fucking home run bet. I still don't understand how they lost it.
I love the energy. The energy is amazing from Trips.
That was a tough one. And you had Denver -6. W there. Looked good.
Yeah, Teddy 2 gloves, Teddy cover machine, Teddy big dick. He does it all, man. He just covers spreads.
And then my favorite loss of the weekend, other than the Buffalo game, Pittsburgh -5.5. Oof.
Why is that your favorite?
Because I mean, you guys are killing me for the Jets. I have a rookie quarterback. You were so high on the over. Dolphins are expected to do everything. Nothing there, and I'm a little worried now. Roethlisberger is a goddamn corpse out there.
All right, listen,
a corpse.
He can't move. I get it. The O-line sucks.
Corpse.
I'm a little nervous.
Tremendous skill position players and just a quarterback that should be 6 feet underground.
No, he's not that dead. He needs protection. He got hit like 12 times in that game.
Yeah. Oh, you got anything on that game?
They suck.
I feel so good about that under. So good about that under.
Oh man, they look. Big Ben, he looks so old. Holy Christ, does he look old?
He is old. He's what Tom Brady should look like.
So somebody doesn't count. Fucking dude's an alien.
I understand.
He couldn't move. Oh, it was hard to watch.
They're in trouble because they're going to ride out the season. Unless he gets hurt, they're in trouble.
Well, they don't even really know if he's going to play this week. I mean, I bet you he'll play because it's against the Bengals. But I mean, one real injury. This guy's sitting out for 6 games.
I don't know, man. The dude just loves playing through injuries. He's always hurt. I think half of them are fake. He's always like the pictures of him with that ice pack on his shoulder and the one on his thigh. Like every year he does it, and he looks absolutely ridiculous. And it's one of those things he just loves being on the injury report. Right. Every time you talk to him, it's about something. He reminds me of remember when LeBron said he pretty much had a broken hand or pretty much had whatever it was, broken foot or something.
Yep.
That's what Ben is. He's pretty much broken everywhere.
This conversation's getting out of control now. It's really getting out of control. Last week they beat the Bills in Buffalo. Everybody was kind of surprised. Oh my God, what happened? Listen, they have a defense. They're still going to do it. They're going to win games.
I don't think so.
Last week sucked. Okay.
This is going to be Omar Epps' first losing year. It's coming.
Omar Epps.
This jersey is so tight and it's so warm in here right now.
It's pretty funny, actually. It's really funny.
You're missing out on this kid. All right. So what else? Week 2 takeaways. I was face down in the pool by the time the game started. in Orlando, so I'm not 100% sure what happened. The only game I could get down there was the Jacksonville game, which is brutal for that whole entire state, but that's the majority of what they're seeing. But what else you guys got?
I mean, the only one there was two games that really stood out, and we already pretty much talked about it. The Tennessee game, Seattle. The second half of that game was great. I thought seeing Henry run like a monster, and they actually put that one on TV, and I was watching it. It was great to see. And then the other one, I mean, the night game, KC losing to Baltimore.
Yep.
I really don't know what happened. It was kind of like the week before, where Baltimore had control over Las Vegas, and then all of a sudden kind of just lost it. Like it was just unbelievable to me. I don't know. I don't think Baltimore's that good. I really don't.
Takeout takeaways got hurt on that one.
Takeout takeaways are offers is what they are.
Yeah. Fade the takeout takeaways, man. Fade them.
Yeah, that's a good call. It's a good call.
That's why Baltimore didn't answer.
Yeah. Yeah, that was tough. I mean, Lamar Jackson. But it was interesting, though. Like, the team that wanted to win, like, whatever, like, the Baltimore had to run the ball.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
The second they threw the ball, it was a disaster.
I do love the last play where you literally saw Harbaugh on TV being like, Lamar, do you want to go for it? And believe me, I can't stand the Ravens.
What the hell was he going to say there? Of course he was going to say it.
Of course he was going to say it, but it was actually great TV. Like, it was just, you saw him come out there. He was like, what do you want to do? You want to go for it? And of course he was going to say yes. And they got it. They got it. They did what they needed to do. Now everybody in that division's 1-1.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Green
Bay came back to life too. Aaron Jones.
Slow first half.
4 touchdowns.
To his running back.
Yeah, they also played a terrible Detroit team.
What do you mean? That's your team.
Yeah, no, they'll fight hard. But I mean, they were in it till halftime, and then they decided, it was just a matter of talent. The cream rose to the top.
They got crazy. They got crazy names on that team. Detroit. There's so many people I have never heard of before. It's unbelievable.
Any other games, Trip?
No, I'm putting last week in the review, man. When you look at my card from last week, it's not good. It's not pretty. So it was good on the show, not so pretty the rest of the weekend. So I'm putting last week behind me. I'm ready for this week. That's it.
All right, let's do it.
It's going for the odd number weeks. He liked week 1, didn't like week 2.
All right, so we're going to start off with the New York Football Giants. They're home.
Every time you say the Giants, I'm just going to groan.
I mean, both of these teams we're groaning on.
Pretty much.
We might, by week 6, we might be out of the locals and just picking 5 games.
Megan Fox's thumbs.
Sharps out there. Yeah. So the Giants are home. They're going up against the Falcons. I mean, early season, as much of a must-win game you're going to get for both of these teams. The Giants are 3-point dogs at home against the Falcons. Trip, what you got here?
I'm taking the Giants. -3. I don't understand why they're favored. That doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, they are favored. They're not dogs. They're favored.
No, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. At home, right?
They got it. What's that?
They're at home.
Yes, they're home. The Daniel Jones 4-10 at home against the spread. Not so good. Fuck it. I'm going to the Falcons. That's it. I'm going to the Falcons.
He just switched it on the show.
I'm going Falcons. I can't put my money behind them. They're fucking bad, man.
It's so difficult.
And what's crazy is I'm watching all these metrics come out this week about from Pro Football Focus and whatnot, and to tell me how Daniel Jones is this unbelievable quarterback, and he's going to be, his Pro Football Focus numbers are great. I don't know, man. I ain't buying it. He looked like crap.
Yeah.
Give me the Falcons.
All right, who you got?
I'd say, as you said, it's do or die. I just think the Falcons' offensive players are much better than the Giants. They're just really not playing well at all. And the Giants are bad on both sides.
Yeah.
I mean, their defense hasn't showed anything. The problem that I have is that I just can't see the Giants going 0-3 against this Atlanta Falcons team. I really don't. So only because they're home, I'm going, you know what? I'm not even kidding you. I'm going with the Falcons. I have the Giants down here on my computer paper here. I'm going Falcons. I think they have the better offense.
Yeah.
And I think the Giants cannot run their offense correctly. And I think I text you guys during the game. They catch the ball, they don't get any more yards.
Yeah.
They either get tackled or fall right to the ground.
It's true.
All the time.
True.
So I'm changing mine too. I can't believe I just did that. I'm going Falcons.
So we're going to get a cover 3 here because I'm also going Falcons getting the 3. I don't like either team. I think they're both terrible teams. I think Matt Ryan, it's over for him too. The curtain's closing on that guy too. Did have some nice plays, got really involved early on. Pitts still, he's going to get disgruntled pretty soon too. They don't get him the ball quick. I mean, the guy's a tremendous weapon.
He was a little bit better this week.
A little bit better, but I just have no faith in this Giants team. I mean, the money line last week against the football team on a Thursday night, that was my one Hail Mary there with the Giants, but I'm against them the rest of the way. So I'm taking the Falcons +3 on the road to beat the Giants.
And what happened with Matt Ryan? I mean, I'm sure you didn't see it because you were partying face down in Florida, but I think it was like 2 interceptions in a row in the fourth quarter. Just in garbage time, he's throwing interceptions.
Yeah, trash.
Pick sixes.
It's over there. Next up,
that game's going to be awful.
That game's going to be terrible, and also tremendous amount of money on the Falcons right now. I think 70% of the money.
Oh, is it really?
It's all coming in on the Falcons right now. So the Giants will probably win. The other local, we've got the Jets, who are 10.5-point dogs to Vic Fangio's Denver Broncos in Denver. I'll start it off here. I think that line is really high. I'm taking the Jets +10.5 again. I'm going to ride or die with my team. I think Zach Wilson has a bounce back game. I plan on not wearing the skin tight Tom Brady jersey.
You're going to ride or die until you die from wearing that jersey.
Yeah, it's also, or I'm just going to wear this as like a pair of Spanx from here on out underneath all my clothes I wear all the time. Just keep it tight. So not much to go on here other than I'm a tremendous Jets fan, and I believe that we're going to have a bounce back game. So I'm taking the Jets +10.5 against Denver.
I'd say Denver is riding high. Trips loves Bridgewater. I mean, I liked him too. They're killing it. I'm rolling with you a little bit in the fact that, I'm gonna hope that the Jets continue to fight and they continue to try their best. And 10, and I mean, what else can they do? I don't know. You can't be as bad as last week. I don't think Denver is as good. I think the schedule has been super soft. This continues it as well, but I am going with the points here. 10.5 is a lot. I do think the Jets are going to be 0-3 while we're all eating dinner.
All right. Jets defense looked good last week. Looked decent.
Okay.
Trip, you're up.
All right. Well, I agree with you. 10.5 is a lot of points. However, if you remember what I said last week, the reason I took the Broncos, other than, my boy Bridgewater, Vic Fangio versus a rookie quarterback. You got it again. He's going to see stuff that he didn't see last week. I think Zach Wilson's going to have another awful, horrendous game. Give me the Broncos, give him 10.5. Give me Bridgewater covering. Right now, he's covering 74% of all games he starts against spread. I'm going to keep riding that wave until it changes. So give me the Broncos -10.5.
All right.
So take a chance on it. Take a chance on it. It's a lot of points.
It's a lot. But it's also the Jets.
There's no bad pick in either of those two games. Yeah. You can't make the wrong pick. You really can't.
Yeah, we're pretty close to getting rid of the locals here. All right, so into our individual picks.
If they go 0-5, both teams, do we just get rid of the locals?
Yeah, we should.
That should be pick our own.
We should have like a mercy rule. All right, Trip, we're your picks for this week.
Here we go. I'm going to run through these pretty quickly. I'm out on the road right now. I'm hunting for winners. I'm trying to get right. I told you I had a really bad weekend. I'm also ducking my bookie. So here it goes. Nice and quickly for you. Here's what I like. I want the Pats -3 at home versus New Orleans. Line's a little fishy. I don't think New Orleans is that good. I think Belichick is going to want to beat Sean Payton. They're all friends. They're all coaching buddies. I like Mac Jones to be that game manager that he is. He's going to be, nice and conservative. I think Jameis came back to earth last week, which is going to make Sean Payton going to use Taysom Hill a little bit more. Going to completely derail their fucking offense. Give me the Pats -3 at home. Next, I'm rolling with my boys again. I'm taking the Vikings -1.5 at home. Seattle didn't really impress me. They're still not letting Russ cook that much. I like the Vikings. They're pissed off. They shouldn't be, they're not doing well. They should be a lot better. They should be 2-0. I think they come out for revenge. They're home. Give me the Vikings. Give it a 1.5 at home.
They're the best 0-2 team.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're supposed to be a playoff team. They're going to start to feel the pressure. I think they're going to, Dalvin Cook, he was on fire last week. I think they're going to ride that again this week.
Great game.
They're going to give him a ton of rushes.
They have the players. They just have to stop people on defense. Yep. I mean, that's the simple answer.
I liked Tennessee, but here's the thing that scares me. Road dogs off a loss against the spread. Road dogs are 92 and 66 and 5 in the last couple of years. Road dogs off a loss. So that makes you think the Titans, so as much, I love them, but now you got Indy. I don't know, man. Indy's on the road, just came off a loss, skipping that game. I'm going to go with a crazy game. You can think I'm absolutely insane. Give me the Dolphins +4.
Who's the Dolphins quarterback this week?
Jacoby Brissett and fat ass. Listen, Jacoby Brissett, if he could throw a ball above the guy's waist, he had several guys wide open. The problem is he was hitting him around the 5 pad. He's going to bring that up a little bit this week, and I think we'll do okay. He's going to have a full week as a starter with the starting reps. I think that'll make a big difference. They have weapons. Will Fuller should be back this week. Now, the Dolphins, they do have weapons on the offensive side. We got to get it moving. I don't think the Raiders are as good as they've looked. Somehow, Derek Carr became the best quarterback in the entire league. I don't know where that's coming from. I think they're going to come back to earth again. I think the Dolphins got to win here. I think the Raiders are going to be coasting now. I want the Dolphins +4. I don't love it. I like it. That's what I'm going with. So, to recap, I'm taking the Vikings, the Pats -3, the Vikings -1.5, and the Dolphins +4.
I think
the last thing,
go ahead.
The last two things I'm going to say, and then I'm going to leave you guys. One, I don't understand the Arizona line. Jacksonville going to Arizona, it's only a 7.5 point game.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't make any sense, man.
Makes zero sense.
That and Kansas City, you don't know what to expect. You know, should we bet them? Should we bet against them? They're so inconsistent. Once they get hot and they start rolling, then start putting your money with Kansas City. In my opinion, till then, you kind of stay away. It's going to happen in week 2, maybe 3 weeks. But right now, I'm staying away from them.
I'm glad you said that.
You got mine 3.
I'm glad you said that because I'm not staying away from them. All right, I'm going against your advice in your car as you're dodging your bookie, and I'm going against that advice this week.
All right. All right, man. Thanks for checking in. Good luck out there.
All
and stay safe. And hopefully next time we see you, you got all your fingers still.
Good luck, boys.
Right.
Hey, good guy. You look good in blue.
All right. Appreciate it, man. I hate you all.
He's going to come back here with one toe.
All right. We'll see you next week. All right. So that was Trip checking in from the road. Hopefully he doesn't, that boogie doesn't catch up to him.
He's got 92 kids in the car and himself.
Yeah, his kids are in the background being like, "You idiot, you took the Dolphins again. Remember what happened last week?" All right, so my picks for this week, coming off a loser last week, although it really wasn't a loser. 500 in the push.
Right.
I'll take it. I'm in the money for the year. I lost the juice last week. All right, whatever. All right, so first up, I'm going heads up against Trip. I am taking the Las Vegas Raiders, given 4. They're home. I think. I don't know. I messed everything up this week. Being on jet lag, they're home. So Derek Carr, tremendous start to the season. There's always that team that just comes out of nowhere and has a good year. And I think it's the Las Vegas Raiders this year.
I think, and not to cut you off right away, but I think they had a good start last season too.
They did have a good start.
And then they kind of took the ladder down.
Yeah, so I'm going to ride them a little bit to start the year. I'm taking the Raiders -4 against the Dolphins. Like Tripp said, 2 is out. Jacoby Brissett's in. Dolphins haven't really shown me much of anything to start the season. They lost to the Patriots, blown out last week. It was a mess. So, as bad as I feel about the New York Jets, he should feel just as bad about the Dolphins. And I love the fact that he's not here to defend himself either.
I agree with you. Yeah. I think the fact that they put up a big goose egg last week, I mean, Brissett was okay on Indianapolis. He won some games for them.
Yep.
That was a terrible game.
I mean, NFL's a week to week. That's what it is with this stuff. So, you never know. But I mean, not impressed with the Dolphins so far. And I really like the way the Raiders are playing. He's finding Waller.
Waller's the man.
He's the man. So I'm taking the Raiders -4. Next up, probably the best game of the week. We got Tampa Bay playing the Rams.
You're taking this game?
In SoFi. Tampa Bay's got it going on,
That's it. One loss with the Rams. You're going away.
Well, that's what I said. I would ride them till they lost. So they didn't cover last week, and they're getting one at home against Brady. These guys are hitting on all cylinders. Gronk 2 touchdowns early last week. Brady, my MVP pick. Feel really good about that. Got him at plus a lot. And he's coming down. I think he's the 3rd favorite now. So I'm riding with Tampa Bay. Going into LA, and beating the Rams. And then the last one, which Tripp mentioned, doesn't make any sense. Arizona. I'm going to continue to ride the other way on Jacksonville and go against them. Terrible team. Again, the wheels are going to fall off there with those two, with Urban Meyer. We don't know if he's going to make the whole entire season. So I'm taking Arizona -7.5 going into Jacksonville and beating the Jaguars. Kyler Murray just looks like he's on another level. I'm just so impressed with that team, and I'm riding with the Cardinals. So my picks for this week, I got Vegas -4 against the Dolphins. Give me Tampa Bay, giving 1 to the Rams, and the Cardinals -7.5 going into Jacksonville against Trevor Lawrence and Urban Meyer.
I love how you took your advice out loud last week, saying that's a way to roll. Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Let's go.
Go with the Rams until they don't do it, and then go against Jacksonville. And you pretty much did it. And I'm impressed. I had the Tampa Bay LA game, and I was gonna go across what I said. I was going Rams again this week. I was gonna do Rams. I had them written down on my paper. I like them so much. Tampa Bay can't win every game, but I threw them out. So first game I'm going to go with is same game as Trips has. Minnesota, they obviously shouldn't be 0-2. The spread's they're getting 1.5 at home. It's the first home game of the season for them. They got to come out and they got to kick ass.
It's a good point.
They got to just throw the ball, use all the weapons they have. Cook and everybody, they just got to stop people on defense. Stop letting them score so easily. I think this is my best pick of the week. I just think the Vikings have to win. They have to do it at home. Second game was one of the games that he said he's staying away from. Colts, again, 0-2. They lost 2 games at home. I guess I'm that streaky home and away guy. Tennessee had a great second half against Seattle, but their first half was just as bad as their first game. So, sure, it might be a shootout here and there. I went back a couple of years on the schedule. These games, for some reason, even though it's divisional, it's always a blowout. Somebody's always blowing the other team out.
Interesting.
I'm just going with Indianapolis. They need a win. They played better last week. They played much better last week. I'm going Indianapolis +5 in Tennessee.
Directly against my Titans over.
Yeah, directly against your Titans over, but you had to feel better about Derrick Henry.
The guy got going.
Yeah, oh my God.
Look just like the old Derrick Henry.
Running over people. And everybody made a huge deal about him catching 5 passes. Okay, so he caught 5 passes.
Yeah.
I've seen him catch passes before.
Tannehill looked good too.
Tannehill looked good. I like him. I have nothing against him. I think the team's better. And Julio Jones got over 100 yards. Only problem was he got over 100 yards and then he did nothing. I think he had like 106 right away and then just disappeared.
This jersey's getting even tighter by the minute.
I'm waiting for your head to just pop off.
I'm so warm right now. It's not even hot in here.
You're not going to be able to do phone calls with that.
No, I'm ready.
Third game, another game that he talked about, KC. I might be looking for a bit of fun on this one, but 2 years in a row going to the Super Bowl champs, lost last year. They're going to be pissed after last week in prime time. They should not have lost that game against the Ravens. Their defense should have played much better. Yes, a fumble did hurt them at the end of that game. KC at home against a division rival who the Chargers have not really shown anything yet.
No.
I like a lot of their players, Eckler, Herbert. I think they're all great, but I just think that last year, I think the Chiefs beat them by 10, beat them by 7. They seem to be able to take care of business. I'm sure there's some stat that Tripp has about mustache rides with records after a loss. It's got to be a good one. I'm gonna take those 6.5. Well, give those 6.5 KC, and I think they're gonna beat the Chargers by 10. I definitely do. Oh, and I also wanted to add, I think the Jets are gonna score on their first possession this week.
All right.
So I don't know if they're going to do much after that, but I think they're going to score on their first possession.
Bonus prop bet. I think the thing with the Chiefs is, I was saying this weekend, is that they're going to have a tough time this year because every team is going to get up to play them. And you saw it these first 2 games, and I think they're going to see the best of everybody.
I agree with that. I also think that they're going to react when something like what happened last week. I just feel like Mahomes is so calm and cool. Kelsey is he's a guaranteed 90 yards, 100 yards every week. You can't stop him.
Trying to talk fantasy?
No, I'm just saying to have your tight end get 100 yards every week. We talk about
dominant.
We talk about Smith and Henry and Patriots. They haven't got over 30 yards the first 2 weeks. But also to add on to the KC game, they lost that game. They still scored 35, and Hill was quiet as can be.
Yeah,
they stopped him, so I expect him to go off as well.
A lot of bad games this weekend.
A lot of bad spreads, I feel.
I feel like a lot of bad games. I think there's only 2 good games.
I mean, there's a couple division games, though, that make it a little bit better. So let me recap real quick. Minnesota plus 1.5. Colts plus 5. KC minus 6.5.
All right. That's what you're going. You're following up your big win?
Following up my big win.
With that.
I want to get the 5 in a row, but these locals... The locals, I'll be happy if I go 1-1 with the locals.
That's a bold, like, from you to go, like, you won 4, like, now it's week 2. Now you're saying, like, I can't wait to go 5-0. It's difficult.
I mean, I really want to do that.
I know. We all would like
way better than going 0-5, which is going to happen sooner or later.
These when I saw the lines this week, I was like, God, this might be the week. And I saw the games because I only think there's only 2 good games to me. There's the Tampa Bay game and the Seattle. Those are the 2 good games this week. Everything else is not great games.
Seattle, that's going to be a good game.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to them. You don't think Green Bay, San Francisco is going to be good?
I think San Francisco is going to blow them out.
Really?
Yeah. But we're going to find out. Then. Take away takes
on this one.
We're going to find out and take away takes. We're calling 3 bars.
Oh, that's true.
In San Francisco. We're calling 3 bars in Green Bay, which we know how that's going to be. I've been thinking about this a lot. Is that what I want to do is like I have to. If we could keep people on the line, I need to get past the fandom and to the point spread.
Yes.
Yeah,
you got to see if they're going to win by the points. That would be important. I also really want to get somebody who does not like the local team. Like, I just think that would be funny.
I mean, we got the one guy, the Colts guy.
Oh, that's
he was
true.
A bonehead.
That's true. The Colts guy in Tennessee, right?
Scoreboard.
Little ideas, man.
All right, so we're coming back with takeaways.
Takeout takes. Takeout takes, who are 0-3, by the way.
Yeah, crushed. All right, so we're back for takeout takes. Fan favorite.
My favorite.
Most nerve-wracking thing for me because I got to be witty, which is hard. So Sunday night football game, 49ers. They're home. They're playing the Green Bay Packers. Huge bounce back week for them. Aaron Rodgers still hasn't cut his hair.
I don't think he's throwing a touchdown to Devontae Adams yet either.
No. So the Niners are 3.5-point dogs at this point in the week. And I feel like we know what we're going to get with Green Bay. If I call a Green Bay bar right away,
I mean, they like cheese. They're cheese heads.
No, they're fucking lunatic fans. San Francisco, we might get, maybe there's some transplants, people down from Seattle, you never know. Although we're not going to make it political, but everybody's fleeing the state of California. Like it's
not to stay political, but wasn't San Francisco one of the only ones that actually like loved the shutdown? They loved being together.
Yeah.
It was just, they were the first ones that we're not even a part of California.
No. Yeah. We have a better chance at a more engaging conversation in San Francisco than I do think we're going to have calling Green Bay, because Green Bay is just going to be like, Brett Favre.
Brett Favre.
I don't know. Mike Holmgren. All right. So first up, we are going to the rec room. The rec room. It's like an old school term.
I wonder what they play in the rec room.
It's like an old school term, right? Downstairs, like a basement.
There's still records in the rec room. San Francisco's a favorite, right?
Yeah.
Hi, thanks for calling the rec room. Hello, rec room.
Hey, rec room. The Niners are home this weekend. They're playing the Packers. They're 3.5-point favorites. You think the Niners are going to win by 3.5 this week?
I hope so.
You hope so? You're a Niners fan or no?
To be honest, I'm a Jets fan, unfortunately.
We got the right guy.
This guy's a Jet fan.
We're from New York. We're huge Jet fans, but I mean, we don't have much to celebrate. You should turn into a Niners fan.
No shit.
Why are you a Jet fan?
Because my father grew up in Brooklyn, so he was a Brooklyn Dodgers fan. So he turned into the Mets and the Jets. So.
Holy shit. We're from Long Island.
Yeah. Must be tough living out there.
I grew up in Westchester.
Oh, nice. Oh man, this is a great first call.
This is a good first call.
So we have a podcast. We call around to a bunch of different the Sunday night game. We call both cities, and we try to get everybody to pick against their home team. So you think Green Bay? I mean, if you're a gambler,
I'll fucking root for Green Bay. Fuck it.
Taking the points.
Taking the 3.5, and fuck the Niners.
Absolutely.
Say fuck the Niners.
Fuck the Niners.
Fucking A.
All right, man.
100%. Let's go Jets.
Yeah.
What's the Jets spread? Who they got? They got Denver.
They got Denver. They're 10.5.
They got to be what, down by 6.5 at least?
10.5.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm a huge Jets fan, lifetime Jets fan like yourself. Right now, I'm wearing a Tom Brady jersey because I lost our picks last week. It's skin tight too. I'm like 310 pounds.
Yo,
he's all good. Whenever the fucking Jets play the Dolphins, I wear a Ray Finkel shirt, so it's all
good. The little footballs.
It's like it's dolphin blue and everything. It's pretty fucking hilarious. But
you guys have a big crowd for the Niners games there, or?
Yeah, we do. We got a decent Jets crowd, at least in the beginning. The beginning of the season, and they go 1-5, and then you just see the diehards. But Niners do well. It's kind of nice because out here the Jets play early, and then the Niners usually play in the afternoon. So I get a good, a crowd for the morning game, and then a crowd for the afternoon night game.
Oh, West Coast sports is the best. You wake up, and watch football. It's nothing better.
Watch them.
It's the best. I mean, when I first went out here 18 years ago, I fucking hated it. But then now I'm just so used to it. I wouldn't change it for anything.
Yeah, because usually you're laying on the couch watching at 10 a.m. You're watching the Jets, right?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like I run the bar. You know what I mean? So I'm up. I watch the games, and I'm home by fucking 7, 8 o'clock instead of 11.
That's awesome
on a Sunday. You know what I mean? It's beautiful.
That's perfect. Hey, listen. So you were the first bar on our list. The next one is High Tops, where their slogan is "Cold pitchers, hot catchers." You think we should call it?
High Tops is a great bar. It's a bar in the Castro. It's like it's like the gay neighborhood in San Francisco, and it's like it's their only sports bar they have in the Castro.
All right, I mean, you're probably the best call we've had so far, but we're definitely calling them.
Yeah.
Hey, right on, man.
And next time San Francisco is playing or the Jets are playing on Sunday Night Football, we're calling you back.
Oh, you fucking better, dude.
Yeah, and then also when we get sponsored by FanDuel eventually for this podcast, we're coming out there. We're doing a live remote from the Rec Room.
Yo, done deal, man. Come to the bar. We got a great little bar over here. They've got a good football crowd. Rec Room.
All right, I appreciate it, man. What was your name again?
My name is Evan.
Evan, thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Right on, guys.
Thank you, man. Brooklyn.
Westchester.
Dad was from Brooklyn.
Wow, that was great.
That was fucking great. You ain't gonna beat that one. That was a great call.
It was great.
Man.
All right, so we got a Jets fan in San Francisco to pick against the Niners.
Said fuck 49ers.
The Rec Room, it's our favorite bar in San Francisco. Go there. Great wings. Beer specials on Sunday. Jets game's on early.
Go
49ers. See Evan. Tell him we sent you. I don't know. Now I'm running out of shit to say. All right, so we're going to Green Bay. I fucking know how this is going to go. I mean, we shouldn't even do this, but let's see. Let's see what we can get.
Maybe we'll meet a maniac.
It's crazy how, I love how with football, though, you never know what you're going to get.
It is true.
It's unlike any other sport.
I don't think there's many people flocking to Wisconsin, though.
We could easily leave with the Rec Room and feel great about it.
Absolutely.
And doozies.
Doozies.
Is that like Italian? Because I got to imagine not a lot of Italian people in Green Bay.
What do you think? It's Italian just because there's Z's in it?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think that means it.
Thank you for calling in Doozies of Green Bay. Located at 1992 Holmgren Way in the shadows of historic Lambeau Field.
At the coach?
If you know,
Going with 0.
It's in the shadows of Lambeau Field.
Operator.
Please.
Hello, this is Anduzzi on Holmgren. How can I help you?
Hey, Anduzzi's. The Packers are on the road this weekend. They're in San Francisco. They're 3.5-point dogs. You think they're going to
win? Yeah, of course I think they're going to win.
They're going to cover, more importantly. 3.5 points.
More than likely. I'd assume so anyway.
All right. Big win last week for them. They're back. They're going to win.
You a big Green Bay fan?
Yes, sir.
You wear a cheese head?
What's that?
Do you wear a cheese head?
No.
He doesn't like the cheese heads.
All right. Well, listen, we do a podcast where we call a bunch of different cities for the Sunday night game. The 49ers guy was a huge Jets fan, so he picked the Packers too.
Okay.
So you're taking the Packers also, so it's unanimous Packers over the Niners this weekend.
Course.
All right.
Of course. Every time.
We're rolling with it. And good luck to you guys this weekend, and good luck to Anduzzi's. Hope you guys are busy.
All right. Thank you so much. You guys have a good one.
Are you guys an Italian bar?
I'm sorry?
Are you guys an Italian bar?
I don't think so.
Oh, I don't think so either. But my buddy over here thinks you're an Italian bar because you got Z's in your name. And doozies.
Yeah, I have no idea.
All right, bud. Thanks for playing along with us.
Go Green Bay.
Of course, of course.
Later.
Some nice people around here.
Yeah, nice people, but fuck that guy.
At least we could put him down for 2 taking Green Bay.
Yeah, that's unanimous. I mean, it's got to turn around this weekend.
It's gotta.
Takeout takes.
I mean, San Francisco, that was the first city that took against their hometown. So
love a good Jets fan.
Oh, God. Poor guy.
All right, that's it for week 3. Trip will be back in studio next week. We'll be in a different studio, potentially.
He better be.
We're moving up. Still looking for a sponsor, FanDuel, if you're looking.
Please.
Yeah.
FanDuel, Voodoo Ranger.
We're trying to do that remote, the rec room out in San Francisco.
My Shampoo.
And potentially high tops also. Cold pitchers, hot catchers. All right, we'll be back for next week. Good luck this weekend.
Good luck.